If you have ever spent hours trying to get a reliable signal for a remote sensor project, you know how frustrating it can be when the connection just drops. This little board from Dioche is trying to solve that headache, and honestly, it is a pretty interesting piece of hardware. It is built around the SX1262 LoRa transceiver, which is basically the gold standard if you're looking to push data over massive distances without burning through your battery. What makes this one stand out is how it packs so much functionality into such a tiny footprint. You have got the NRF52840 chip running the show, which is a solid choice for power efficiency, but the real star here is the 1.54-inch e-paper display. It is one of those screens that just looks crisp, and because it is e-paper, it stays visible even when the power is completely cut. That is a huge win for field projects, where you might only check the status once a day. Now here is the thing about the build, it feels surprisingly dense for its size. It is not just a bare-bones development board, it feels like a finished tool. The inclusion of the L76K module for satellite positioning is a nice touch, especially with the built-in LNA. It picks up signals from just about every constellation you can think of, which is great for tracking, but you do have to be patient with the initial lock. It is not as snappy as a modern smartphone, but for a dedicated IoT device, it gets the job done. One thing that really caught attention is the acoustic filter. It is a subtle addition, but it makes a noticeable difference when you are working in areas with a lot of electronic noise. It keeps the signal clean, which is exactly what you want when you are relying on remote telemetry. If there is a downside, it is definitely the learning curve. This is not a plug-and-play gadget for beginners. You are going to need to spend some time digging into the documentation to get the most out of the LoRa settings and the GNSS integration. It is a bit fiddly, and the software side of things can feel a little raw if you're used to more polished consumer electronics. Also, while the e-paper screen is fantastic for power, the refresh rate is what it is. Don't expect to be watching animations on this thing. It is meant for static data, and it excels at that. So is it worth the effort? If you are building a smart city sensor, a remote weather station, or anything that needs to survive on a battery for months at a time, this is a serious contender. It is not perfect, and it will definitely make you work for your results, but for the right project, it is a solid, reliable piece of kit that does exactly what it claims to do.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.